Just a minute, actually less than a minute.
I learned that lesson when I was young. I will never have less than 2 vehicles because it's just, if something happens, you're out of work, it's just too many problems. Just easier to have.
Well, if you live here.
All right, it is 7:00. We'll call this meeting of the Bristol Town Council to order. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2026, 7 p.m. And we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Kathy Burke, will you lead us tonight?
Sure. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Well, the roll call, start to my left, Doug Smith. Here. Tony Davidson. Here. Kathy Burke.
Here.
Greg Tuholsky.
Here.
Jeff Beachy is here. Town Marshal Steve Pring.
Here.
Legal Counsel Alex Bowman. Here. Clerk Treasurer Kathy Antonelli.
Here.
Town Manager Mike Yoder.
Here.
Assistant Fire Chief Jimmy Haynes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jay. All right. Everybody had a chance to review the agenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Any changes, additions, or corrections?
One note,
One note.
under the clerk treasurer, the
Yes.
written agenda that you have before you is correct, but I did not make the amendment in my section on the digital copy.
Okay, what do we change there? Oh, there's a note there. Salary ordinance.
Oh,
Okay,
the blue one.
okay.
And I can go back and amend the one online later.
Okay, let's just do that.
Is that the one, just your stuff,
Mhm,
just your thing?
mhm.
Let's see, that's gonna be a tab. Oh, here we go. A. Well, that's not working. Let's undo that.
That was a great idea.
It was, wasn't it? In theory, it would have been good. Okay.
There.
I'll make that adjustment later.
Okay, so the agenda is so noted with an addition of salary ordinance under clerk treasurer. Any other changes?
Nope.
Okay, if not, we'll move on. Approval of the invoices. Everybody a chance to look at the bills?
Yes.
Any questions on the bills?
Nope.
Nope.
If not, is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll second it. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Doug, second by Tony, open for discussion. Open for discussion, like a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Tuholsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beachy is a yes, motion carries. Okay, next item, approval of the minutes. We have council minutes from April 14th work session, April 16th council meeting, and council executive session, May 7th council meeting, and May 19th work session and council executive session.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for April 4th, 14th work session, April 16th council meeting and executive session, May 7th council meeting and May 19th work session and council.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by Greg. Open for discussion. No further discussion, like a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Tuholsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is yes, motion carries. Okay. Reports,
You got
okay,
John.
John,
Yeah.
what do you have for us tonight, John?
Good evening. I'm John Hunsberger, Executive Director for the Elkhart County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Thank you for allowing me to share with you just briefly this evening. The CVB, just to familiarize you and the audience, CVB is the official marketing and promotion agency of Elkhart County. So we represent all of the communities and the county to the broader Indiana to the United States, right? So we love our communities and we work very closely with all of our communities. What I've presented to each of you is our area guide. And you'll notice that Some of you got the people and places, some of you got the Amish country. What you'll notice if you look between the two, inside that cover, everything is the same. Between the two, it's only the cover that's different. We are a data driven organization. We understand that the audience, the people that, majority of them that come to Elkhart County are coming for Amish history, culture. They're trying to understand our community's history and culture. But we also know that just like all of us, we're not just monolithic, have one singular interest. We also know that they are coming here to come to our downtowns and come to our theaters, our parks, and they're enjoying the rest of our community, not just the history and culture. So we actually split the production of that up so that we are primarily targeting the largest audience that is coming to Elkhart County. That is an award-winning area guide, and for multiple years, it has won the #1 area guide in Indiana. So we're very proud of that. Yeah, so please take a look at that. I also shared with you a brief pamphlet. It's called Tourism Matters. So part of what we continually try to do is just talk about why is tourism important? Why do we do what we do to promote our communities, the businesses, the events and festivals, the venues that we have in our communities? It's because it does drive people here. It's an economic driver for our communities. It's visitors bringing their hard-earned dollars into our communities, supporting us. They're eating at our restaurants, they're buying gas from our gas stations, so and shopping at our restaurants. So it's really important that we continue to ensure that that audience knows about us and that they are coming here. So we do a survey, a research survey every other year to understand who's coming here to Elkhart County. We have numbers that are attached to that. So we do have economic impact numbers that are all reflected in this pamphlet. It also gives you a bit more history about who we are as an organization. We've been around since 1988, and so we've got a long history here, obviously. So, and then within that, I had a couple of flyers that I just wanted to share with you. The season is upon us for Quilt Gardens. This is our 19th year for the Quilt Gardens. Hopefully you're familiar with them. I'm sure you are. This is also a project that we started really to connect our community's history and heritage with nature. It's something very unique to our community and really across the United States. There's really nothing else like this. And there are 17 quilt gardens throughout Elkhart County as well. We included 2 more in Shipshewana. So they've expanded to come back into the quilt garden program. So we're very proud of that. Continues to be probably #1, #2 driver for our own attractions here in Elkhart County. So plant delivery was this morning. We had 2 truckloads come in. It was a little bit brisk, but everything was delivered, and we anticipate probably over 1 million blooms with this round of planting. So we're very excited for that. It'll run Memorial Day to Labor Day. And if everyone, we've had people have flowers out till October, so you never know what's going to happen. One thing that we're really proud of that we're trying to always keep things interesting for our visitors as well as our residents. So what we did, we started last year thinking of how could we create some new experiences. And we reached out to a consultant that we are familiar with to help work with our partners. And what we've come up with inside your packet is called our Northern Indiana Signature Experiences. So what this is, we work with our consultants and we work with some partners that raised their hand, so to speak. So they volunteered to be a part of this and they've invested their own monies into this. But what they've done is they've taken their own business and they've created unique experiences that are limited edition, so to speak. So you have to make a reservation, you have to buy a ticket, and you are then exposed to a unique aspect or a part of the business. So for instance, we're working with the county parks department and with the museum in Bonneville Mill. And they have come up with their own experience that really is focused on water. And so you get to a behind the scenes look at the mill. And you also get a unique experience behind the scenes, so to speak, with the museum as well. So someone walking into the museum or into the mill will not be able to just be able to experience this on their own if they're just passing through. They would actually have to buy a ticket. So it's a money generator for both museum, for the parks, museum or the mill. But it also creates something unique that most people would not otherwise experience. And so it kind of gets them excited. So this is something that we are also able to sell to group market, which is also something that is really important to many of our partners. They have to bus loads of people come in. So this is something that's really unique. We're excited to launch this. So this is live. You can scan the QR code and find out more about it. So please check that out. I just want to share and highlight that we continue to be a partner with our communities and with our festival. So certainly some big events that are coming up this year. I'd be remiss to say that we are super excited for the Corn Dog Festival, right, Mike?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, you're excited too. Okay. So the second year, I think that what we've been able to demonstrate in Elkhart County is, I think with the new and improved Corn Dog Festival, as well as the celebration under the stars that's going to happen again in the city of Elkhart. That's going to happen. Boys to Men and the Jacksons. 3 out of 5 is good. It's going to be August 29th, which happens to be Michael Jackson's birthday. I think we're pretty lucky to have them there at that time. So to have last year we had the Corn Dog Festival, we had the celebration under the stars, we had Zach Ryan over in South Bend at Notre Dame, we had some the arts on the mill race over in Goshen. There was a big kayak, something going on in Elkhart. There was a lot going on in our community, but I think what it demonstrated is that we can have big events, we can have them all in one day and still have room to grow. So we are continuing to kind of ramp up our support for the festivals and events this year. So please go on to our website, go to visit elkhartcounty.com. We have an events calendar. You can find out what's going on, not only in your community, but across Elkhart County. You can sort by community, by date range, by types of events, create your own little adventure here in Elkhart County. So I'll just pause there for a second. There's a lot going on. We're trying to do a lot to help our communities. If you have any questions about Elkhart County, about experiences.
Will this or something similar be at the mill?
Yes.
Something will be posted there for them to partake in?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
The one up to Bill Buck Bristol Homecoming,
And the Bristol Homecoming.
that's 3 days. It's 183 years old. No, 1883 is when it started. But if you said Bristol or visit elkhartcounty.com, is that?
Yes,
what
ma'am.
you said? Thank you.
So the Marvel Time Machine, is that the Hall of Heroes over on Cassopolis Street?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But what's that car? What's that car in the
That's
picture?
the Tony Stark car from
Oh,
Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay.
That's the actual car that was used in the movie.
I didn't
So
know
you
they had
can go
cars
and
in
get
there.
a photo with it. There's
Now
he
you're
has the
excited.
Ghost Rider. It's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He has that as well. There were, I think,
That was
three
Nicolas
shows that were
Cage.
made. He has that there.
Yeah.
So he does, his signature experiences, there actually two. He does a Marvel experience and then drawing blank, I'm not really in the comics. The others,
DC.
DC, thank you. So he does two of those.
okay.
And they are real. So I took my wife to one of the, before he unveiled it, we went and we did the experience and my wife's like, she's from Germany, first of all. And she's like, I don't know anything about comics. So she wasn't like, she didn't know what to expect. She walked away from that and she's like, huh? that was great. That's even better than I thought it would be, you know, and it's like, there really is a lot of, I think there's a lot of history that he brings into it, into the story, but then there, you get to see some of these comic books that are one of a kinds. They're like
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands, there's a couple that are over $1 million that he's able to present to you, and you get to be in that space, and it's pretty nice.
So how he's got them all back.
Well, he hasn't got quite all of them back. I think
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
one or two that are still.
That's too bad.
So that's all I have. Any other questions?
No, but thank you, John. Appreciate the time.
Good. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate all you do for us.
Thank you.
Okay. Mike, reports.
Hey, first, we have another CF1. We actually have two CF1s, one for real estate, one's for personal property. This is the Great Lakes facility. Beeson is the owner of the property, the land itself, so the abatement, that and the personal property is the equipment inside the building. So small problem on the personal property side. The real estate application CF1 is perfectly fine. They are still investing. If you've driven by to see the new office that's going up, so they'll be making further investments. So they, to date, on the real estate side, they committed to 3.2 million. To date, they've got 2.2 million. So that full investment will be completed this year, and we'll see that in next year's CF1. They're short on hires, and that's simply because it's been tough for them to find employees in the market this last year. That's what they said. Now, the problem is on the personal property tax side. When he delivered the documents, he told me that they had far exceeded the 1.7, and he mentioned it was a little over 2 million. But the form indicated $100,000. Yeah, so I got in contact with them. I said, "Hey, Joe, what's the deal?" And so we got that straightened out. However, his accountant that fills these out is on vacation and won't be back till next week. So we'll have the form, the corrected form next week.
Okay.
The number that I have on the agenda is accurate, but perhaps we just postpone both of these until the June meeting and we'll approve both forms at that
That's
time.
fine.
I would say.
Yeah.
so. Do we need? a
Okay.
motion to table?
Yeah,
Do we need a motion?
motion table or just,
I mean, it's been presented before you, so I can go ahead and move it to the next meeting, table it. And
okay,
pick it up, so the record's clear.
got a motion to table till next meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, motion by
Second.
Greg, second by Kathy, open for discussion. No further discussion, take a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson. Yes. Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolsky,
Yes.
Jeff Beatty, yes. Motion carries.
Okay.
Visit that in June.
Okay, next, we're gonna put you to work a little bit. You have in front of you the score sheets for the community funding request. And we have two requests tonight. One is from ADEC, and they're asking for between $250, $250 and $500. And the homecoming committee has submitted a request for $5,000. So the information on both events is in your packet. You can review that, take these individually if you want, mentally score them based on your score sheet and make a recommendation. We're using the Give Back Fund for this, and currently we have a total budgeted amount in that fund of 60,000. We have a remaining balance available to you tonight of $20,000.
What happened to the other 40?
So part of it was the, I did think this afternoon, somebody's going to ask me for a specific. So the corn dog trailer used some, the market down here, farmer's market has used some, and there's some monies in there for the part-time help that we've used for there.
So we didn't have to fill one of these out for either one of those?
This came after.
It came after that. And we pay the Economic Development Corporation's annual fee out of this as well. So I subtracted that from this.
I can give you a full breakdown for next meeting if you want.
I'm just curious.
The Economic Development yearly fee hasn't been paid, but I subtracted that from the amount because it's due. And so that's after all the obligated expenses, I guess.
Which one of these is for ADEC? the Ram 50th or which?
That's right, a bike.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
oh,
the right
okay,
of way.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay. That's right.
So however you want to handle these two
Who
requests.
wants to do this now?
So are we scoring these? Was that the process that we score these, or do you score them for us, or what's the?
I thought for the first couple, I'd let you guys score them just for fun.
That's gonna take a minute.
Well,
Should they take them with them?
Well, you
We-
can take them with
we
you and
do it
come
next
back if
meeting.
you want. I mean, it was, it was in your agenda packet, so.
But we had talked about recommended.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really clear who was supposed to score.
well, I guess my thing is I don't know how the scoring really matters if we're not comparing two at the same time. Like if they're not competing, what you're scoring it, but it's what's the yes, what's the no. It's the information. So when I brought this forward and said like the scoring, I was thinking, I understand it's not convenient for people asking for money to do it at once, but it'd be convenient for us to see everybody that wants money through the year. It's score who gets priority. But without having
I
a
see.
hierarchy,
Yeah.
I don't know if the score really matters. It's just, at least we have information. I think that now more important than the score is information of what does this do to benefit, whether or not they get
Yeah.
money or not.
You know, the score sheet is entirely arbitrary and whatever, however you want to use it. It's, I mean, it becomes very bureaucratic if you're going to ask everybody, say, well, you have to have your request in by whatever, January 1st. The way this was designed, the way you adopted it, is it's some criteria for you to make a decision on throughout the year. As long as you have funds, then you can take requests and you can evaluate them based on the score sheet. So the score sheet gives you some sort of criteria for tonight's decision. It says, is this important to the community? Does it impact the community? If you're a lot of low scores on your sheet, you'd say, nah. So ADEC is in the community. This event is at, what, it starts at the fairgrounds, I
I
think?
have no idea.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But some of these questions that you've got on here, I mean, all we've got is this brochure. Doesn't
And the
enter any of
application,
these.
the application's there.
It is?
Yeah.
Am I on the wrong
Right
side?
above it.
Oh, it's above
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Okay.
it used to be easy. We just come and you guys would say yes or no, but then you
Yeah.
ask for something, so I created it and
Well, no, I mean, I like having information though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the key thing is what, I mean, at least there's something like what it actually is they're trying to support.
so you just tell me how you want to handle it, and we'll get it done. If it's, say, Mike, get it scored and bring it back in June, we'll do that.
I can tell you how the community foundation does. it. They don't have a score sheet like this. They have quite a few more questions. In fact, I've got a copy of it here. There's like 5 pages of questions. Like financially, community support, that type of thing. But they don't have a score sheet. There's 3 or 4 members of a committee that get together and say, this is a
Probably
viable,
work through
this
their
is a
score
viable
sheet.
source.
I think they work through their score sheet.
I've never seen a score sheet. They've given
Yeah,
me
I haven't either. It doesn't mean they don't
So
have.
I didn't know. That's
Yeah.
just all when we
Yeah.
did that. I think that's
So,
done.
I understand, I'm just trying to bring you what you want.
This is on me. I'm gonna start this whole thing. I admit it.
Your fault.
It is. I take full responsibility.
Yeah, it's hard to give away money. It's never easy, really.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, just every year that I've been,
Especially
on, it's
as-
more.
But it's, you know, the town's money and you want to be responsible.
Well, it's gonna take a while to go through these. I would think.
And
Tonight.
it was in your packet.
But what if these applications came through to us in the office? We provide some sort of summary back to the council with, and then you guys can decide among you.
I think that would be.
I'd rather do that instead of at a meeting tonight.
We can use that score sheet internally. Or
Well,
the topics, the
yeah.
summary guidelines.
You do have the homecoming, so I think you're all familiar with homecoming
Mhm.
Yeah,
festival and
seriously.
so the ADEC thing seems to be in a different category than homecoming.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to evaluate homecoming, you could make that decision, then I could.
That's a
work
lot of
through-
information too.
What's that?
Well, that's whole page full of information to school tonight.
ADEC's a great organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I think on the merit of the two, I don't have a problem with either of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
it's,
either.
when I brought the whole thing forward, I was concerned that every year more and more organizations are coming forward asking for money.
Right,
And so I was just worried about where that ends.
right.
And there's no information, just, we have an event we'd like money for, we have an event we'd like a banner for. That was my concern, not so much this kind of stuff.
Well, there's a history behind the Rite a Bag, and there's a history behind the homecoming
Right.
that we're all aware of, so.
so maybe it's, instead of having us do the scoring now. Not that we need more committees, but maybe there's a committee. That as these requests come in, the committee members are identified or notified. This request came in, fill out the score sheet, and then those score sheets are presented to the council. And it could be, you could have a 5-person committee. You have the fire department, the library,
That's the,
I mean, I'll volunteer to be on it.
Yeah.
police department, you know, just,
Dustin, yeah,
you could get people that would score those for us and their recommendations. So it would be, you know, it wouldn't necessarily be up to us, it would be community members. That say, yes, I think the Ride a Bike is a great committee, or a great opportunity for the town, or the homecoming is a great opportunity for the town. And have, you know, people from different walks that make that recommendation to us.
see something.
The resolution that was adopted that creates this program does contemplate a kind of a 3-person administrative body between the town manager, the town clerk, and the assistant clerk to field these requests and the.
Don't you dare say I told you so.
So it exists, the mechanism
It
exists.
doesn't say a
Okay.
word.
And if,
This was the first time. I wanted to share the love, share.
It used to be on your, no, that
yeah,
it's too
it
expensive.
becomes a very expensive committee.
We have to donate to you.
Wow. You said it before I did.
I'll send an invitation.
Yeah, so
Well, there was
Well-
something, wasn't there, about it has to be 30 days prior to the event too? I read that.
yeah, well, both of these meet that criteria.
Well, yeah, but I mean, any future ones would have
Right.
to be 30 days before the event, and
You guys are really making this bureaucratic.
I'm sorry. And I hate bureaucracy. I hate it with a passion and I just made it worse.
You're making me creative. What do you want to do with these two tonight? And if you want to approve these, that's great, and I'll improve the process with the next year.
I think we should.
Well, here's two of the committee
My opinion
members.
is-
What's your recommendation to the board?
I would say fund a vote.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I think they're both no-brainers in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so then,
do I vote on this? Since I submitted one of them?
I would, you should, my recommendation would be to hold your vote on the homecoming.
Yeah.
Okey dokey.
so let's take them in order. Is there a motion to approve the ADEC request? And if so, at what level?
I'll make that motion of $500.
I second.
Okay, a motion by Tony, second by Kathy for $500 for ADEC. Open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug DeSmith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes,
Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beasley, yes, motion carries. And next one before us is the homecoming committee for $5,000. Is there a motion to approve that request?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion by Doug. I'll second that. A motion by Doug, second by Jeff. Open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug DeSmith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson. Yes.
abstain.
Kathy Burke will abstain, Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beasley, yes, motion carries. Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to black and white, non-bureaucratic things.
like that.
Yeah, some, state revolving fund, SRA applications. First one before you is, application number 54. This is on the wastewater treatment plant project. 119,
Wait, are you going in order?
I thought I was.
You're on number C, right?
B,
See? Yep.
yeah, 52.
Okay.
Okay, 119,515 to Crosby Construction and $6,290 to Retainage.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve SRF pay app number 52?
I'll make that motion
Motion
for
by-
Where you said 54.
$419,515 with $6,290 retainage.
Okay, motion by Kathy,
I'll second.
second by Doug, open for discussion. No further discussion, like a vote, Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes,
Greg Dolphy.
Yes.
Jeff Beach is yes, motion carries.
The next set of pay apps is for the water project. So number 59 is 397,109 to Niblock, 20,900 to Retainage. Pay app number 60 is 303,848 to Phoenix, and 15,992 to Retainage. And pay app number 61 is $83,172 to JPR. I believe you can do those all in one motion, 59, 60, and 61.
Okay, is there a motion for SRF pay app 59, 60, and 61?
Make the motion.
Okay, motion by Greg. I'll second that. Motion by Greg, second by Jeff, open for discussion. No further discussion, like a vote, Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
yes.
Greg Dolphy.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is yes, motion carries.
Just one last information item. I was talking with Reeve Riley today, and we've decided that instead of waiting for the sidewalk on this side to be done until after all the other work is done, that they're going to go ahead and we're going to do the sidewalks as part of this side of the construction. So we'll probably see, don't know if they'll start tomorrow, but Tuesday, start pulling up the asphalt. And we'll have new sidewalk, new grass, along with the new curb, and as they finish out this part of the project. I thought that it'll make a cleaner look in town as we
Yeah.
progress through this
Well,
now.
and they won't have to re-close down to redo it, you know.
Well, yeah. So,
Oh, well.
yes, they will.
Sorry.
So part of the curb out here is actually going to be, it's just temporary. It'll be pulled out. When they move traffic, they need 2 lanes of traffic on this side. When they get done over there, there'll be bump outs. Eventually, we'll have 2 lanes of traffic, but it'll be in the center. So there'll be a bump out created on this side and a bump out on the other side. That's towards the end of the project. And lots more fun to go.
Only thing I would say is, talk to Pat tomorrow, come talk until Tuesday. Start to rip this out.
Did I say Monday?
Yeah.
No, you said Tuesday,
Oh,
but let's have them hold off till Tuesday.
oh, for the weekend.
Yeah, for the weekend, all we're gonna do is, they're not gonna get very far if they do it, and it's just gonna. rip
No,
up
and it looks like they're getting ready to do pave, another
Another,
layer of asphalt
Yeah.
tomorrow, so I don't think they'll get to
Yeah.
it. They're only working part of the day. They have
Yeah.
to take off early because of the holiday.
Yeah.
I would say just have them leave the sidewalk where it is.
Yeah.
Let's not mess that up over the weekend, it's already
Hopefully,
a mess.
that is
What is it?
finally the final from me.
Okay. Anything else, Mike?
Nope.
Anyone have anything for Mike?
Yeah, Mike, you said the water tower is going up, is it next week?
Scheduled for the end of next week, and I'll let you know for
Okay.
sure, because we have some weather. Could have weather delays. And then I just saw the schedule for painting, that could be fully painted in June. The paint crew has been delayed by weather as well, so they're scheduled for mid-June. So guys will be hanging from ropes up there painting and applying the logo.
Did the pink paint come in yet?
Yeah, I changed that, Jeff, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
changed it to blue.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
why don't they paint it before they pull it up to the top?
It could get damaged.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually
Easier
asked
to
that.
touch up than it is
Yeah.
paint the whole thing up there.
The paint crew prefers to do it up in the air.
Oh, okay.
So, and maybe there is work to do. Once that's up, there's additional welding to do at the top
okay.
and other work, so I think they wait till they're all done with the welding and
Okay.
finish it up, with coat of paint. With their rollers and brushes.
Spray paint.
Okay. All right. Kathy, what do you have for us tonight?
Discussion about the salary ordinance base rate. So in front of you, I gave you a copy of the page 1 and 2 of the salary ordinance, just for your review. As you know, council gets paid twice a year, spring and end of year. And because of some changes in office during the first pay period, I am asking permission to prorate Councilman Renfro's pay due to his resignation and prorate Councilman Davidson's pay due to him just coming on.
Okay.
And since that pay period comes up in the next week, I thought it should be addressed and noted for the minutes.
Okay,
I don't think that's an issue. I think that,
Sounds reasonable?
yeah, it sounds reasonable to me.
absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a reason the officers highlighted?
Just because I made a copy of the last amended ordinance and that was the changes that were on there. Yeah. So we leave them on there, for the auditors, so we can easily learn what that change was or why the amendment was on there. Could I ask for a motion to, prorate this pay period just for the record?
I'll make,
Or Alex, can I just say council is in agreement?
Not a motion,
Okay,
it's appropriate.
okay.
I'll make a motion to prorate the council pay for Gene Renfro and Tony Davidson as suggested by our clerk.
Okay, motion by Kathy,
No, second.
second by Greg, open for discussion. No further discussion, take a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yeah.
Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beats is a yes. Motion carries.
You should put the name, I mean, honestly.
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
do it.
always vote our own salaries.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
they-
difficult to adopt your shorter.
I mean, we're
salary.
paid so much as it is. I mean,
Oh,
unbelievable.
Thank you, council. That's all I had.
Okay,
Thank you, Ken.
thank you, Kathy. Anybody have anything for Kathy? Okay. If not, Steve, what do you have for us tonight?
A few things, and there will be brief. I'll start out with the monthly report for April 26. Bristol Police Department wrote 137 citations, 79 warnings. We took 430 calls, impounded 10 vehicles. We drove 14,953 miles. We took 52 cases, and breaking those down, 1 domestic battery, 4 warrants, 8 possession of marijuana, 1 felony operating while intoxicated, 2 misdemeanor operating while intoxicated, 6 driving while suspended prior convictions, 5 never receiving a license. We investigated 8 property damage accidents, 1 hit and run accident, and 2 personal injury accidents. We had 1 habitual traffic violator case, 1 possession of legend drug case, 2 possession of methamphetamine case, 1 invasion of privacy, 2 resisting arrest. We executed 1 emergency detention order, 1 battery case, 1 theft case, 1 disorderly conduct case, 1 possession of controlled substance, 1 burglary, 1 found property, and 6 others. We worked 47 and a half hours overtime. For code enforcement, he had issued 4 warnings for abandoned or junk vehicles, 13 signer devices violations, 4 illegal parkings, 2 others. These came from 7 citizen complaints and 16 came from our code enforcement officer. Any questions on the report?
Nope. And you caught 1 bad guy from St. Joe County.
Yes, we did.
But that was fun.
Yeah. So it's interesting, and it was connected with one of our residents who was driving the car, so it
Oh.
was just random driving through. So it's interesting how fluid everybody is connected with the communities, so.
Yeah.
Other issue we want to talk about, and this has been a big issue in town with the construction, the no left turn signs posted at Division and Vistula and then Montville and Vistula. Originally, when the construction started, we were kind of getting railed on social media about us not enforcing the no left turn. I promise you, we were doing the best we could with that. And it wasn't, we weren't really issuing citations, more we're pulling people over, trying to educate them, giving them verbal warnings, written warnings, so. That turned into people calling into our dispatch center and actually filing complaints, which is tying up resources for them and us. So I talked with Mike Yoder, we talked with, NDOT, and they are at least gonna remove the no left turn signs here, on this intersection. I'm not exactly clear on the other one. I would be fine with both. One of the issues I have is NDOT regulates all this. It's not from us. There is no detour that's posted if you're heading eastbound on 120 from the west. So if you're driving that way, there's nothing. All of a sudden you come up this intersection, I can't turn left. Well, that's the toll road. That's a lot of businesses up there. So it hurts. It's hard to enforce. So I think it's best. I mean, people are turning there anyway, so, I think we'll see how this works, and I think it will be a better option than people complaining about, people are stopping, they're not doing it, some are doing it, and we'll see how that goes. One other thing for me, and then Dustin will talk about the body cameras. I don't remember if I told you this last month or not, but I did attend the new chiefs training last month at the academy in Plainfield for a week. It was interesting training. I realized at this point, my career being gone for a week at the academy was rough, but it was good to be there. It was nice networking. Some of the new chiefs that I got to talk to quite a bit were from the new Indianapolis chief, the new Fort Wayne chief, Westfield, Carmel. So then there was a lot of other smaller departments like us. We were not by far the smallest department down there. So, so it was interesting the networking, and they did a good job with Academy. So I got that done. So,
Cool.
And then Dustin can talk about our body cameras.
Alright, evening. This is just to inform you that we are purchasing all new body cameras for our agency. I went through Axon and got quotes from them. Their quote was 3 times the amount of digital outlay. So it was $150,000 over 5 years for 11 body cameras. The numbers there, the body cameras include storage. Cloud storage is the new technology with body camera for storage. So they kind of hold us to that when we buy new body cameras. Current ones we have, we store on site and pay, it's not quite as much. With the cloud base, we get a lot of redaction software that would cost us extra as well. So it's got a lot of nice features that way. We were able to get a grant from the Elkhart County Drug-Free Partnership for $8,000 to spend this year. That $50,000 for all the body cameras, like I said, is paid over 5 years. The first year is a little bit higher because there's activation fees that go with that, and then some of the hardware. So it's $12,846 paid this year, with $8,000 of that being paid from the grant. We do have funds in the non-reverting equipment fund to pay the difference for the 4,000 and some change. We also are waiting on a federal grant for body cameras. We should hear back from that in the next couple of months. And that would also help pay for some of the years 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good.
And then we will apply for the drug-free partnership again next year.
I was just gonna ask you if you can get that every year.
Yes.
That'd be
and
nice.
That would help us a lot because the years 2 to 5 are $9,500. So if we can get the
8,000.
it was actually more, but part of that grant was for our drug testing kits. So anytime we have a arrest, we have to drug test, do a field drug test. So those cost quite a bit of money. So we used quite a bit of money to have those because there was a shortage for a while. So we bought a bunch while there was not another shortage. So, but yeah, so we went with Digital Ally, which we have now. I've used them pretty much my entire career. They have a very good product. Middlebury uses them as well. So
said it's time to.
That's for 11 cameras?
Yes.
Really? And that includes storage?
That includes, yes, it's unlimited cloud storage, which means we can upload as many body camera videos as possible. They have slightly cheaper plans that are limited in storage, but by statute, we have to keep them for 290 days. And then when they pay by megabyte, and it was cheaper to go with the.
Okay.
Yeah, those things take a beating too.
Yeah.
They really
can
do.
use Hours on end a day.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So-
very reasonable.
Yeah.
50,000
And
or
is that
11,000.
actually,
Axon, they have a good product as well. It was just they're very expensive. They have I could not justify $150,000 for 11 body cameras.
Yeah.
And then they had in-car, if we had an in-car with that, it's $250,000.
and who are these by? Who
This is this is, Digital Ally.
Digital
are
Ally.
Digital Ally? Okay.
They have a very, very good product. I've used it pretty much my entire 20-year career.
Have that copy.
I had to ask, is there a cash discount or a discount if we pay the entire
I have
package?
not heard back.
So,
we did.
well, I didn't know about
There's a copy for you.
your plan to seek additional grants to pay this off. Council, you do have,
I think I have-
there is a way to pay this all entirely this year. Your public safety lit monies, as we budgeted those over the years, we tried to stay within the amount that we earn, the revenue we receive each year, pretty much. But you have a reserve, a fund balance there of over $200,000 in that public safety lit. So, the fund they're using is kind of important to you guys. We could move that to public safety lit, might take an additional appropriation to fully fund it. But does it make more sense to seek these grants, the drug-free grants in the next couple of years rather than pay it up front?
Yeah, I don't think we're paying interest when we're doing it on their payment plan. I think this is what it is. We'll break it down into the 3-year cost.
You just pull it out of that.
But we're finding out whether, will they discount it if we just pay it all up front? I think it makes sense if we're able to get the grants over the next couple of years and just use that portion of
Yeah,
money to pay that amount that year, it makes sense to me.
No, it does to me as well. I didn't know about that when I asked about the discount,
Well,
cash just
We're
came
looking
in.
at new cameras as well.
Yeah,
The ones we currently have, they've discontinued them. We have some parts, and we have a supplier that has a few of the parts. So, I want to thank Elkhart City for, over the years, they've given us, when they transitioned to Axon, they gave us a lot of their
We got
equipment.
a lot of their equipment. I know that.
Yes, so, I have a lot that get us to when we get these. But like I said, the new technology with them,
Yeah.
better quality video, it all goes to a cloud-based storage, so I don't have to store it on site. Comes with the redaction software, which makes it a lot easier for video requests, court and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that'll be the next project is the in-car cameras.
Electronics, in a year, there's so many changes that,
6 months.
yeah.
The new in-car cameras are $11,000.
Hmm.
Plus yearly cost for the storage.
Nowadays, you can't be without them. You gotta have
No,
them.
you gotta
Well, mandated by statute that, if we're doing felony arrest, any kind of interview, it has to be recorded. And so it just, the expectation from the prosecutor's office, anytime we do something, there is video. And
It's all
so,
changed, hasn't it?
yes, it has. I've seen it change over the 40 years I've been a police officer, so
But not only that, it's for your guys' protection as well.
absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Dustin, is the Elkhart County grant or Steve, a reimbursable
Yes.
grant?
Yes,
So as is the federal one, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the purchase of the new body cameras?
I'll make that I'll second it.
That's all right. If he wants to make a motion, I'll second.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion by Tony, second by Kat, you second that?
Yes, I'll
Second by Kathy. Okay, open for discussion? No further discussion, like a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Tony Davidson,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
and Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is yes, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anybody have any questions for either Steve or Dustin? Okay, if not, thank you, gentlemen, for what you do for us, and we pray that you stay safe out there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Jimmy, you're off the hook. Nick, what do you have for us tonight?
I got a lot here, I guess.
Yeah, you did.
Did you get the fire put out?
What's that?
Did you get the fire put out that you were at?
For now, we'll see what
For
happens.
now?
Future. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here, in April, we had 101 emergency calls, 307 responses. There's a list of them, 2-page here. And if you have any questions over those, I'm not gonna read them all to you. I think we're all okay with that. On April 21st, Chief Haynes and I, brought back the town's new fire engine. We again want to thank the town board, the town manager, the clerk, treasurer for making this possible for us to get a brand new fire engine. We had it ceramic coated on Tuesday, so we'll start moving equipment and things around here pretty quickly. We're trying to have it ready for homecoming. That's what we're trying to do. We'll see what happens. April 24th, a group of us went to the Fire Department Instructors Conference in Indianapolis. And we'll speak with a lot of new and current equipment vendors. Some we use, some we want to use. The nice thing about this conference is it's an international conference, so people from all over the world show up. Vendors from all over the world, different firefighters, paramedics, and EMS folks come from all over the world. Pretty interesting to talk to some of those folks and see how they do things in their neck of the woods. May 30th, at the training property, we'll be doing a vehicle extrication training, starting at 9 in the morning. We'll be using battery-powered equipment from 3 different manufacturers. That's on the agenda to look at purchasing for the new engine this year. Current stuff that we have is all hydraulic hoses, and it limits us our movement and things like that. And 3 of the 4 of our sets are from Elkhart City, when they got new battery stuff 7 years ago.
So,
Yeah, so we've made good use of what they've given us.
nice.
So it's Memorial Day weekend. We want to stay safe by focusing on some key areas: travel, water, recreation, and grilling. Make sure that if we're going to travel, we do so safely. Wear your seatbelt. Designated sober driver. Where PD's not too busy this weekend. Supervise your children around the water and keep your grill away from structures at least 10 feet. If you're gonna burn stuff, do it legally. No big piles of stuff. Just for fun.
No big bonfires. Thanks.
Other than that, thank you again for all you do for us. And we appreciate you.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate what you and Assistant Chief Haynes do for us. Any questions for either of our fine gentlemen there? If not, we pray that you stay safe as well, and we hope that you guys have a very slow, boring weekend.
Yes. Watch it. I'm on 2 days.
Yeah, well, just sit back and just watch the race.
Thank you.
Let's just watch the race.
That's like traveling and saying I never have a flat tire. It always
Yeah,
happens.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Park Board, Miss Linda, how are you tonight?
Pretty good tonight, I guess.
Okay, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, we started our meeting out with, a presentation by Ashley Fuller from, Wakarusa, I believe she is from. She's a mural artist, and she and Jill have gone around town and looked for possibilities of where there would be a good place to do a mural. And, they came up with the Hermann's Park Pavilion. And so she presented to us several different art suggestions that she had, and we kind of thought that we liked one of them, that the corner of the pavilion, when you go down to the park, it would be that corner. Nobody knows whether it's north, south, east, or west. I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's the closest one when you come in. And we'd like to put the mural on both sides of the thing. We think it would look really nice. We want to put flower beds around it. And we talked about, we had a meeting today of the wetlands garden people that are we're thinking of putting wetlands gardens down there. And, we walked around and there's some things that we'd like to, well, we'll talk with Mike about, that we'd like to have done. We'd like to shore up around the whole place, the whole pavilion, so that the water doesn't come up. There's a tree, an old ash tree that was taken out that we need to put dirt in there, we grass seed that. But what's really important that we found out was that when it does flood, that there is right up against the Little Elkhart River and actually behind the pavilion, there's a strip of land that doesn't go underwater unless you're having a really, really, really bad flood. But this flood that we had this spring, it had a perfect, you could walk right along the Elkhart River and it wasn't soggy or anything. So that was a good thing that we found out. But we'll be having more on that garden because we're working on it and planning to maybe do some planting in late August, early September of this year. So we'll need some things to happen down there first. So we'll talk more with Ashley next month, and she's going to present prices and things like that to us. So community garden, that's the one that's over here by the fire department. And the board approved $264 for compost for the garden, and the town fellows will go pick it up, and that'll save us on the delivery charge. They're also thinking about renaming that garden to the food pantry garden, so that we don't have people coming in and taking garden products. That's what they're worried about.
Didn't you want people to do that last year? You said something about people could come in and.
They did, but he's worried about it now, that it wasn't enough for the food pantry. They need more the food pantry because of the needs are higher now. So he's a little bit worried about that. So then we've been talking about planting trees, and we had decided to plant 6 trees. And that would be in Condon Park, back behind the gazebo where we lost all those trees in the tornado or whatever it was that went through there. And so everything was fine. We went to Dogwood, and that's the name of it, Dogwood Tree Farms, and selected the trees and all that kind of stuff. And then we learned from Mike that the water main is going to go right through our planting area. So now we're just kind of la land about that, but there are 4 locust trees there, and we're going to remove 2 of those and then just trim up the other 2 that are down there. So that's what we'll be doing with that. Let me turn the page here because I don't know how to turn. Oh, it's supposed to turn.
My defense, it only impacted 2 nutrients. Only 2.
2 new ones? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
and they actually decided to take one of those out to Oak Ridge. It'll be one of the new oak trees.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
it's at there where, in the center where we lost a tree last
Pine tree.
Yeah, that needed to be done. Okay, sorry about that. We voted to approve $5,480 for rubber mulch and border to bring all the parks in compliance with the safety standards, which we really needed. There was discussion and meeting on meeting protocol. So, to my delight, we are now having meetings that are more like the meetings that you guys have. We're following standards and that type of thing, so I'm very pleased. We had a discussion on portable restroom down in Cummins Park. And we'll be talking more and more about that. We're talking about $10,000 or more, so we have to see where that type of money would be coming from before, but, Mike was going to give us some ideas on some of our places
Can I
here.
add something to that?
Yeah.
Satellite, talk to Satellite.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, they gave, us, when I asked them about the ones down in Congdon Park, they gave us a huge discount
Yeah,
if you go directly to them. Just an idea for you.
thank you. Let's see, so, portable potties, what we were talking about. And lastly, we kind of talked about the damage that's happened to down at the bottom of Apollo Street here, just as you go from the pavement onto the gravel, driving into the park. And where the old boat launch was, we had, a company fill that in, fix it. And now the, black material that they use to have it continue to drain down there is starting to roll up. And it needs to be fixed and more rocks need to be put on. And, so we're going to be talking more about that. I think that's about all that we did.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Linda. Anybody have questions for Linda?
No.
Okay. After that, we'll move on. Alex, anything tonight?
Nothing this evening. Thank you.
Okay. That brings us to privilege of the floor. So otherwise on public comment. Anybody wishes to make public comment, please step up to the microphone. State your name and address, and you have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Elizabeth Hall, 548000 County Road 27, Bristol, Indiana. I would like this comment to go on public record, please. On behalf of the residents of the town of Bristol, we would like to request a temporary moratorium for 1 year on approvals, agreements, applications, permits, proposals, zoning actions related to a data center on the Kaufman and Wilhelm farms. We further request that a moratorium resolution and ordinance be placed on the next Bristol Town Hall meeting agenda 6/4/2026. With the zoning of the Kaufman Farm scheduled potentially for June of 2026, we request you take a pause immediately. There are significant questions that have not been answered. A future informational meeting from a potential data center proposal will not answer these specific concerns our town has. We would like to give additional overlays a chance to be written, additional public input on specifications for new manufacturing development with focus on noise, light, water pollution, water usage, electricity usage, and any engagement of proposals for future land development and future land use for the Kaufman and Wilhelm farms. We would like to continue to write overlays and get them passed prior to zoning or additional applications, entertaining applications. The residents of the town of Bristol stand ready to engage with the town council and community leaders, county leaders, to ensure that any development is approached responsibly and with full consideration of its long-term impact. Please add to agenda 6/4/26 for your town hall next meeting, please, to add to the moratorium, at least a discussion. I spoke with our governor, Mike Braun, this morning. He spoke with the RV 1400 leaders of the RV at the RV Hall of Fame. He said it has to be right for small rural areas. He was talking about data centers, actually. I have over 1,200 signatures from our community that do not want data centers. He said it's basically up to the local municipalities. I also spoke with him actually one-on-one. I said, did you realize, have you been to New Carlisle? Because he talked about that data centers don't use water. It's crazy. I said, have you visited New Carlisle? That one's not even in full operational. They've already dug a well 150 feet and that well is, or that water table is dry. They just requested another 100 feet. I spoke with a ton of farmers over at New Carlisle. One farmer said, come and look at my pond. It's 10 feet below water level. It's only about a 25% in operational. I asked Governor Ron, I said, why do you feel that they're using a lot of water? And he said, well, that's an old data center. I said, it just got built and it just started being in operational. In fact, it's not even fully operational yet. That's how new it is. He said, well, the new ones are not going to use water. They're going to be recycled. I said, okay, then why don't you build them in the desert? If they're not going to be using water, why don't you just build them somewhere else where no one lives? And they don't need water. Why are they coming to southern Michigan and northern Indiana where we have aquifers, where we have rivers and lakes? Why are they coming here? Why are they asking to come here? He didn't really have much things to say about that, but he did say only 1/3 of the states in the United States actually have good water to drink. And so he seemed a little on the fence, 50-50. He did say one data center uses 5% of the entire state's current electricity use. So what I'm asking this board is to consider moratorium, a temporary one. Let's take a year to do additional overlays and ordinances on electrical use. You can tell them to pay for the electricity. You can tell them, in his words, Governor Braun's words, he said, make them prove that they can add electrons to the grid and make them pay for it. He also said, do not allow them to have tax abatements. He said they don't need them. They have more money than God. He's like, don't give them tax abatements. I want to put ordinances in place for this town. So if we do have 300 acres already zoned for M2. So if one's coming, then let's make sure it's protected for generations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Elizabeth, can I get a copy of your letter?
Yes, can I email it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Response or just take into consideration?
You're always more than welcome to respond. The public comment period is more an opportunity to folks to
Okay.
talk at you.
Okay.
But totally the chair's discretion.
Okay, so Elizabeth, thank you for the information. We will take it into consideration. If you can get your letter to Kathy, we will take that under consideration.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, if not, we will move on to town council discussion items. Doug, anything tonight?
I just wanted to say that, the Albatross group, they got the signs up for the golf course. They look really good.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Old Bristol.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
So I
says
don't know why
what?
over.
What does it say?
Old Bristol.
Old Bristol.
Yeah, that's the name.
Love it.
Do you like the name?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Old Bristol.
Has Jeff's property been mowed yet, or is that grass still tall?
Grass is tall.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll make it tall.
anything else, Doug?
No.
Tony, anything tonight?
I have something I want to ask the chief.
Sure.
On fire about the building here.
Yeah.
Because you and I were talking, Steve, you were wanting an access, so you're not using the overhead doors all the time, about access to the side door.
Okay.
Now, if that can't be added on without spending that kind of money to your current system, sounds like they don't do that system anymore. That's what it sounds like. A standalone can be put on there. You see what I'm saying? So you would have a code, a keypad, and then it would, you'd be able to unlock the door and come in.
That's kind of what I was asking for.
Because they're not that expensive.
Okay,
And whatever my cost is, I'll give, because I'm on the council, my cost to the town of Bristol. Okay, and then donate the labor. That's
Okay.
easy. But my question is on the garage back here, is there a requirement on that size space, because it's not that big, that they have to have a panic bar on there? On that exit door?
If it's going out, yes,
Because it's going out,
it's going out.
even though there's not people in there really? Okay. So then there's a standalone that we can put onto that panic bar, I believe, so that you can open it
Okay,
and still be able to egress. Okay,
thank you. We need to explore something because we're wearing those garage doors out.
Yeah.
yeah, those aren't cheap.
Every couple of months repairing them.
Yeah, those aren't cheap. They look new now. The springs, we're going over that today, and all the springs are new on the,
Yeah, we just replaced those.
Springs and new bars.
Springs and bars.
We,
I think it was who was I back there with? Jeez. Anyway, I can't remember.
Detective Lusso, I think.
Yeah, and she said they, like, for $2,000 for all those springs, that's cheap
Yeah.
for that. That's a good deal.
All right, I appreciate it.
You bet.
Anything else, Tony? Okay.
Thank you.
Kathy, anything?
Not a thing.
Greg, anything?
Is there any way we can start looking at quotes for a street sweeper? Get the streets
Yeah,
clean? Okay, I was gonna say, like, I know Riverwatch, the
They,
gutters are just filled with rocks off of being
I
scraped.
talked to them Tuesday about that. They're actually up, they used it up at the cemetery at Oak Ridge, cleaning up those.
Is that gonna be an annual thing now, or
That-
is it gonna be annual, or?
Yeah, well, actually, what we bought is a brush, a broom, but it's one of the skid loader that they can use. Because you can't, it's difficult to find somebody to come in with a street sweeper and do it. County used to, they're too busy now. Cities are too busy. So we bought a broom last year and
How do you pick up once you broom it?
it brooms it into your bucket. You just lift it up and dump it in your truck and you keep brooming.
Okay.
Really works pretty well.
And they
All they
get
gotta do is use it.
Are they gonna go down West 120 East? Yeah, West 122.
On 120,
Yeah. That's what we always did it.
that's a state road.
We always did it.
You swept that?
Yes,
The town?
The
did?
main street.
yes. Main Street, yes.
Oh, in the town limits you're talking about?
Yeah, well, yeah, not outside
Oh,
of,
man, okay. Yeah, well,
Well, there
I mean-
used to be a company that would come through with the.
Yeah.
oh, I
we
see.
used to have them come through, what, every couple months?
Yeah.
Once a month.
Once a
Sundays.
month? Yeah, I mean, because I'm thinking too, is, where I live, the curb is like this.
Yeah,
I hardly have a curb, so when I mow, I can't mow as far as over I want, because there's rocks and gravel and stuff from everything that's been there for a while. I can go out and sweep it myself.
yeah, it'll be fixed next year.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't aware we swept the state road, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, we always did.
Anything else on the list?
Okay,
Thank you, yeah.
all right. The only thing I've got, and I know you're already working on it, but, computer for Tony,
Order,
email address.
order, done.
Do we have the website updated with Tony?
No, what a great idea.
Okay, so
Well, I
let's get that
can't get
updated.
I tried to log on. I've got to call those people because as I tried to log on after he sent me the link.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
And then anything else that would need to replace Dean's information with Tony's information?
Website, yeah. we
Yeah,
used
I
the
think the
website.
website's the only thing.
Should be, I was gonna say, that should be the only thing.
Didn't we have
Just-
just a plain computer list that we, between us, that had the list of everybody's with their emails and everything?
I don't know.
We used to, I don't know,
Okay,
probably years old.
next meeting, tomorrow morning, Bristol Elementary.
Who, are you going to be?
Yeah, I will be there to kick off, but then I gotta leave.
At 7:30, okay.
I will be there too.
I've gotta go to, Wabash tomorrow
The
morning
main stage is in the morning, so if you're there, that's perfect.
at 7:30. Okay. I've even got a pirate costume.
Hey, I got an old Bristol leather sweater.
Huh?
That'd be cool.
I should.
I mean, unless you're at, you know.
No.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna be there?
Yes.
Okay. You guys will be there, right? No?
And what time is 7? But I can have my crew come down, but I teach the hospital.
Okay.
I got a poodle skirt in my Bristol leather.
Actually, Jeff,
That'd be cool.
What's that?
I got one more thing.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could send out an updated contact list? I was just looking, the most
That's what I was
updated one I
thinking.
have is
Printed it out.
2023.
Yeah, I'll send one out.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's why.
Okay. And then, next council meeting, June 4th, work session, June 16th, and council meeting, and a rezoning request for the Frost property on Blakesley on June 18th. That's it. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Question? You were talking about street sweepers. Can we get industrial and, Earthway Drive swept?
Yeah.
Because there's screws out there and
One second.
we've gone through tires on our vehicles on a regular basis because screws just keep popping out. And, you know, if they get swept, it would help us.
Yeah, well, between you and the cement company down there, you do a pretty good job of picking up screws. Your tires, yeah.
Okay. Motion by Greg, second by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Jeff, when you get there tomorrow morning, be sure you check in with Pastor Gary. There's a couple, 2 or 3 key points they want to make sure.
You getting free time? Is there, do they use a certain budget for the community or the pub garden now?
I think so.
Because when I was there, they didn't have the big auditorium on the end.
Yeah.
I'm reading it.
That's where I'm going in the main entrance. I don't know where.
Community gardens is kind of trouble.